Day 4 of the Copa del Rey MAPFRE here in Palma, and once again an array of boats would be hitting the water to compete in their various classes. Among them, the TP52s would be showcasing their light and speedy nature. These boats are all carbon fibre. Combine that with their powerful sails and they can reach a good speed on the racecourse, especially on the downwind. Like the TP52s, the IRCs also put on a good show out on the water. Among them was Team IFOS with Prince Felipe as skipper, who was equally as keen to get started with the day's racing. To get the best performance out of these boats, it's important for the teams to gather momentum and speed before reaching the start line, with trimming and fine-tuning playing as vital a role as tactics if teams want to win. The first race of the day for the Mini-Maxi fleet saw Allegra putting in a strong performance and finishing in first place and scoring an easy bullet. The team were followed over the line by Jethu, who finished in second place. But Shockwave didn't perform as well as expected today and lost out on third place to Stig, meaning the team finished the race in fourth position and find themselves in fourth place on the overall leaderboard. In the IRC 52 class, it seems that the medals may have already been decided. Quantum Racing scored 2 more bullets today, making them uncatchable as they continue to keep the top spot on the leaderboard. RAN finished the day with a second and third placing, which helps to increase their distance from third place at Zura overall. There's still more racing to be done, but the top 3 teams are already looking secure on the overall standings. Back to the Bravo racecourse, where the ORC classes were taking place. Rats on Fire and Movistar led their races in ORC 1 and ORC 2 respectively. Both teams put in a strong performance and increased their distance from Grupo Clinico and X-Spain respectively. Despite the shifty conditions and light winds, the teams at the top were able to do what they needed to stay in the top 6 and hold on to their strong overall standings. Meanwhile, on the Alpha course, Margarita JS Team and Lelagin finished the day on equal points, meaning both teams have advanced safely through to the 5th day of racing. But they can't relax yet, as there are other teams breathing down their necks and hoping to better their standings too. On to the J80 fleet now, and Turismo do Algarve from Portugal scored another 2 bullets, bringing them to a formidable total of 8 bullets so far this regatta. Tomorrow's forecast promises a stronger breeze, and with it, a chance for the teams to show off their skills and put their boats to the test. Great conditions means great racing, so be sure not to miss it.
So with Manish Moshayedi and Austin Fragaman, the owner of Rio and Interlodge. Guys, how are you enjoying Palma?
I love it. It's a nice place.
Oh, Palma is a terrific city, and everyone's very hospitable, and great restaurants and terrific antiquity. Beautiful place.
Enjoying the heat?
It's not so cool in the United States at this time of year, and it's much more humid, so I'm not sure this is any worse.
In California, it's much cooler, so we're not used to this stuff. It's very hard for us. We're dying out there.
How do you feel your regatta's gone? You seem to improve consistently with each regatta.
Yeah, we are doing better this one. Being in 4th place for us is a goal that we had from the beginning of Key West. So we are there. Hopefully we won't fall back from where we are and stay where we are.
Austin?
Oh, I think the regatta's not going as well as we hope, but we hope also that it improves the next few days. It's just being in the wrong place at the wrong time too often, so we'll see how it goes.
Is there anything you specifically have to work on in the next few days that you've highlighted?
Just the very light wind conditions. We've had some issues with boat performance and trying to get the optimum speed in this very, very light stuff. Once the wind picks up, then everything seems to work out much better.
Is there any special rivalry between the two of you?
Not particularly. No, we're more worried about quote the big guns at the top of the fleet than each other.
Yeah, no, there's no rivalry here. We like them to be behind us all the time.
Other than that,
other than that, those are we got 3 boats who are the top guns here, and we always try to be at least in the same area as they are.
you enjoy the battle with the top guns, as it were, the Ed Beards and Terry Hutchisons?
Oh, absolutely. No, that's really the fun part of racing in the Super Series, is the level of the competition, because that's how you really learn. When we race IRC in the United States and we go race around by ourselves, so to speak, against the clock, it's very different. So
there's no hiding place, is there?
There's no hiding place, and you really learn a lot from their execution of their tactics and the way they handle their boats.
Good. Well, you guys have a good day, and we'll see you again later.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Have a good day.
Thank you.
I'm as entertained watching these guys sail around the course as anybody would be. We'd love to win Copa del Rey. Copa del Rey is just one of those crowns that is incredible.
To be honest, it's almost like two firsts for us. We're sailing the boat a little better every day, and so we were thrilled to be in the race, and it was just fantastic to be knocking on the door, you know?
Yeah, they're sailing very well. As much as we sailed well in the first 3 races, they've sailed well in the last 4. Still got a few races to go.
So good morning, Nick. We're with Nick Rogers, then double Olympic 470 medalist and the helmsman of Provezza. Nick, you've been in Palma quite a lot over the years for the 470 programs. You like Palma?
I love it. It's one of my favourite places. We used to train here January, February, March for many years, and it's just a great place to be. Great sailing, and it's just, we always vary conditions, great sea breeze, and love the food and love the people.
So does any of that help just now during the Copa del Rey?
The training, a little bit when we're towards the old 470 course near Arenal, but I steer the boat, so I don't have to worry about the tactics.
What's life like on board Provezza? It's a crew which is partially amateur, and a very, very enthusiastic owner.
It is part amateur, but I mean, there are good amateurs. You know, they're more than your average guys. They are a great team. They've been together for 20 years, and that really shows. And that's one of the things I really love about the team. We were here last year for 16 days straight. We live together, we eat together, we sail together, and there's no bad words.
What's your kind of role within the team? How do you kind of fit in? Obviously, you're helmsman. Are you just helmsman or helmsman skipper, or how do things work? You work with Tony Ray as well.
Last year was more. I was a bit more involved. This year they brought Tony Ray into the boat, who's been absolutely fantastic, and he's helped us enormously. And that, along with some coaching from Stir Fry, I'm much more just a helmsman now, which is great.
You seem to be starting to put together some good results as well.
We do. We've got plenty to work on. I think that we can. We're fast enough. We just need to not be as slow sometimes. We have big slows, and we tend to...
Little slows.
Yeah, we tend to hemorrhage a lot of distance very quickly. It's those big mistakes that we need to reduce, and I think on my side, it's just the transitions when we're going round corners. I need to improve on my steering to make sure every duck, every tack, every rounding, we don't lose any more ground than we need.
Tell me about then managing the expectations for a team, say, which is amateurs at the core, as it were.
Managing expectations.
Some days you go out and get a kicking, obviously. Some days you get good results. How do you manage things within the team?
The original goal was to win a race and really love that and enjoy it, and not be last overall of every event. And I think that that's a kind of a realistic for where we are. I think that, you know, everyone loves to win a race, and we can pop a cork and smoke a cigar when we do. And then I think just not to be last as a brand new team. And I think that I think we've moved on a little bit from that. I don't have a fear of being last in the fleet now. But managing expectations is what it's all about. If you set a realistic goal, then you don't have to be
That's something
sad.
You learned from the Olympic programmes, perhaps, in terms of managing goals and managing expectations.
Yeah, I mean, with the Olympics you don't manage expectations because you're expecting to win. But setting kind of realistic steps and goals, and this team is moving on really nicely. I think that in the light airs we're a strong team. When the breeze is up, we have a huge amount to work on, but luckily both Ibiza and this event so far have been light winds.
So you're probably the only sailor I can think of within the fleet just now who's running a full-time Olympic programme, going back pitching for 2016 in Rio in the 470. What's taking you back to the 470 and to the Olympic programme?
It's just an amazing arena to be in.
Unfinished business?
I think really...
If you can say that to somebody with 2 silver medals.
Well, it is unfinished business, but it's not quite as emotional as that, really. It's more that I have a lot of things that I've learned about the 470 in my last campaign, where I really rushed just to finish it, and it seems such a waste to not... I believe I can do it, and I think that if I can keep my time management right, I think that if I can finish the cycle, I really believe that I could win a gold in Rio. And I've got a very different team now. I'm sailing with Elliot Willis, who's just fantastic in the light. I mean, really, really good in the light winds and really good downwind.
So is that part of why you put the programme together, looking at Rio, knowing you could sail with Elliot, light winds, and that could play to your strengths?
The reason I went on to try for Rio was actually more to do with the lessons I'd learned. And I mean, at the moment, I feel I know what I'd need to be, what I'd need to become, and what skills I'd need. And I feel as though if I can learn to do those things, I will win a gold. And if you know what you have to become, it's a lot easier. And I think that the lessons I've learned, I just need to get the practice in and
So what kind of lessons
myself.
are we talking about? Where's the weaknesses in the Nick Rogers game? And
I think the weaknesses before were I changed a lot of equipment for 2011, which was my last serious year in the 470. and I needed to kind of finish evolving and learning to use that equipment. And then I learned a lot of things about the downwind sailing, particularly about a couple of different styles that are really important to any racing, but they were kind of crucial areas of the downwind. And then to know that and then not use it would be such a waste. So I want to try and
tell us
get on the
a little
track.
Insight then into the rivalry and teamwork, if you like, within the 470 programme in Britain, because you've got Luke Patience there, who won silver in
and
Weymouth.
Joe,
And Joe, of course, your ex-crew.
They're so different, their campaign. They couldn't be more polar different than us. You know, they arrive at the Wyndham mark in the top 3 every time. Luke is a fast upwind helmsman, especially if it's over 12 knots. And Joe is a fantastic tactician, brilliant. We arrive in the back half and then race downwind at great speed.
So you just need to get up there in the top 3 at the top mark.
Yeah. And you know, downwind we're electric, and in the light winds, upwind we're very strong. Also our meadow racing, I think Elliot and I work well in the meadow race. We have a good attitude, and so far we've had a 1-2-1.
And going to the 470 Worlds next week, is it?
Yep. Yeah. No rest for the wicked. So that will be really good. I'm nervous about it, obviously, but.
How do you fund it then? Because I believe that you remortgaged your house for the last programme.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I'm part of the part of Team GBR now, and so working within the system, whereas I wasn't then. So that was the difference. We just run a programme and subsidised with some sponsorship from KX Gym, which is very nice.
Looking for more sponsorship?
Who isn't? The programs are very tight at the moment. You know, the team really needs sponsorship more than anything. That's the whole team. That's not just myself. And that would completely change Team GBR right now. At the moment, I think everyone is up with the economy and the end of the 2012 Olympics is seriously scraping the barrel. And I think that would make a huge change to British sailing. But I mean, it's a massive contribution from the lottery, and that it's not remortgaging the house, I think.
Good. How does it dovetail then with the Preveza programme on the 52 Super Series?
It's good. I mean, the skills are obviously different because the steering of the 52 is such a single refined job. It's you're only steering.
Are you getting better all the time at that?
Yes. I wish I didn't have a wheel. That's my only thing.
Speak to the owner.
No, he doesn't like the wheel either.
Okay, so the next one will have no wheel.
There'll be no wheel. There'll be not even
Rolf
2 wheels.
If you're watching.
Yeah. So it works well. You know, there's lots of things that are the same. Still a boat and still steer it. Those kind of attributes help a lot in the light wind sailing of the 470. There's not much about windy weather 470 sailing that's the same as a TP52, but the lighter winds, and then the boat on boat is obviously the same rules, same problems.
In terms of the time allocation, then this takes away from the 470 programme, or it complements it, or?
I think it's fine. There's lots of professional sailors out there who do a lot more than I do. So, you know, I wish for my family that I was home more, and I think I'm going to organise it differently next year.
Tell us a little bit about home life with the Rogers family.
We have an amazing home life. I have 2 beautiful kids, a beautiful wife, and live in a beautiful place in Lymington. And we live on a farm, so it's a bit of a kind of a kibbutz where I live with my sister and brother-in-law and their 3 kids. So it's a really good life. And I love it.
A few animals there?
My brother-in-law has got a few animals. Yeah, being a farmer, quite a few animals. But
do you get involved with that at all? Or?
Yeah, we're doing. No farmer. But the kids just love it. Yeah, it's a great lifestyle, and I love being at home.
And obviously a pretty famous sailing family as well.
My niece is currently winning the Optimist Junior Nationals. Yeah.
So you check up with that every day, do we?
Yeah, she had a really good day yesterday.
Good.
She's got a good lead at the moment, but a long way to go.
Do you give her some advice along the way, do
Only when she won't listen to her dad. And then he comes to me and says,
Nick, you have to speak to her. Get the medals out.
Yeah, no, more than I can't tell her again. Please, can you help me? So.
Good. Well, anyway, Nick, pleasure to speak with you, and have a good day.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely.